Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to check the Happymodel Mobula6 1S Micro Brushless Swoop. In this video I'm going to quickly go over its components and specs, show you how to set it up, and then test it both indoors and outdoors. The Mobula6 is available in 4 versions. So first you can choose between Frsky and Flysky compatible receivers which are built into the flight controller, and you can also choose between race and regular editions. The only difference between the two editions is the kV rating of the motor. I've got the regular version which features 19,000 kV motors, and the race version features 25,000 kV motors, which is a little bit too high and probably going to drain your battery very fast. In terms of packaging, inside this pretty compact box, along with the quadcopter, you can find the user manual, a Phillips screwdriver, 4 Happymodel branded 1S LIHV 300 mAh batteries, a bag with some extra screws, a propeller extractor tool, and 4 Gemfan 1219 propellers, in addition to the 4 that are already assembled on the quadcopter. And finally, a simple 1S USB charger. It supports both PH 2.0 and PH 1.25 plugs. It can only charge a single battery at a time, and over here you can find the switch that toggles between LIHV and Lipo modes. So make sure that this switch is set to LIHV when charging the LIHV batteries which are supplied with the Mobula6. In terms of components, the Mobula6 features 0802, 19,000 or 25,000 1S brushless motors, Gemfan 1219 3-bladed propellers which are very durable and not going to break easily, a flexible frame with a wheelbase of 65mm. Inside this pretty durable canopy you can find the Runcam Nano 3 FPV camera. Using a JST 3-pins plug, it is connected to the Crazybee F4 Lite flight controller. It features an integrated 40 channels 25mW VTX that supports smart audio, a 4-in-1 PLLES 5A ESC, and a built-in Frsky or Flysky SPI RX receivers. In addition, the working voltage of this all-in-one flight controller is between 3 to 4.35 volts. It is connected to a PH 2.0 connector with solid plugs, and it features 2 UART ports, so in case you would like to add an external receiver, it is recommended to use UART 1, as UART 2 is being used for the smart audio feature of the VTX. Thanks to its all-in-one flight controller and the Runcam Nano 3, which is probably the lightest Nano FPV camera, it weighs only 20 grams, and after adding the included 300 mAh LIHV battery, it brings us to a total weight of 27.6 grams. In comparison, the weight of the Beta FPV Meteor 65, which is the main competitor of the Happymodel Mobula6, is 22.8 grams, and after adding the included Beta FPV 300 mAh battery, it weighs 30.4 grams. In order to enter binding mode, you have 2 options. First, you can power up the quadcopter, and then you can press the bind button, which is located over here. After pressing it, you can see that the LED is going to turn solid, which means that now the receiver is in binding mode. The second option is to connect the Mobula6 to your computer, then open up Betaflight, hit connect, head over to the CLI tab, and enter bind_RX_SPI, and after pressing enter, the quadcopter is going to enter binding mode. Now when your Frsky compatible transmitter is set to D8, you can hit bind, and after a successful bind, the LED on the bottom is going to start flashing. Now you have to make sure that under the receiver tab everything works properly. Define your modes, and if you'd like, set the elements on the on-screen display according to your preference. Now by the way, by default the built-in SPI RX Frsky Receiver is going to be set to Frsky D, and then you will need to bind it on D8, but if you'd like you can set it to Frsky X, and then you'll be able to bind it on the Frsky D16. The only way to configure the VTX is using smart audio, so you can either use Betaflight's OSD or its CLI. As you can see, even when the board is powered up only via USB without the battery being connected, the VTX is still going to be powered up, so I don't recommend to leave it connected to your computer for a long while, because you don't want the VTX to overheat. The next thing that I've done is to test the Mobula6 both indoors and outdoors. After testing it out, I can tell you that first of all, this little quadcopter is amazingly fun to fly. In terms of flight time, you can expect between 3 to 4 minutes using the provided battery, which is pretty good. And in terms of durability, I can tell you that I crashed the quadcopter quite a few times and it is still in one piece. You should note, however, that these plastic parts which secure the battery are very fragile and are very likely to break, so I recommend to use a zip tie in order to properly secure the battery. In addition, as you are about to see, the flight footage suffers from noticeable jello, which I suspect caused by the camera not being properly mounted. So what I recommend is to first use some UV glue in order to better secure the camera to its mount, and then use rubber O-rings in order to soft mount it. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but I am going to give it a try, and if I will see an improvement, I will let you know. Now you probably wonder which one should you get, the Mobula6 or the Meteor 65. Unfortunately, I don't have a definitive answer for you, but what I can tell you that both quadcopters are very similar and they are very fun to fly. In addition, there is a major price difference between the two, as the Mobula6 cost $85 including 4 batteries, and the Meteor 65 cost about $110 including just a single battery. In terms of flight time, since the Mobula6 is about 3 grams lighter than the Meteor 65 and also using 19,000 kV motors comparing to 22,000 kV motors, it will provide you with a longer flight time, and in terms of durability, the Meteor 65 is a little bit more robust than the Mobula6, but both quadcopters are pretty durable. Finally, in my opinion, the Mobula6 is using a better FPV camera than the Meteor 65, and soon I'm going to compare the Runcam Nano 3 with the M01 and also with the 01 Pro, which is being used by the Meteor 75, which I'm also going to review soon, so stay tuned. I'm going to wrap up this video with flight footage of the Mobula6, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos, and goodbye.